Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about pet care in Richmond. We
Yeah.
got some really great information from a local vet and then also
Mm-hmm.
a couple of extra little articles about vaccinations and senior pet care.
Right.
So we're going to be diving deep into all that stuff today.
Yeah. And, Richmond is known as a pretty pet-friendly city, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to dive into this.
Well, and thinking about all the parks and trails
Mm-hmm.
and even the cafes
Yeah.
that are pet friendly here,
Yeah.
I can totally see that.
Yeah.
Um, But I also wonder, like,
Right.
if that means there are extra health challenges.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, right off the bat,
Yeah.
you've got that mild and damp climate here.
Yeah.
That's
Perfect for...
perfect breeding ground for fleas and ticks.
Wow.
And then you've got all that nature, which
Yeah.
means exposure to different allergens and even,
Right.
diseases.
Yeah, it sounds like if you're a pet owner here in Richmond,
Yeah.
regular vet visits are going to be super important.
Oh, absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, you can do all the preventative care at home that you want,
Right.
but having a vet who really knows
Yeah.
the area, the specific challenges, they're going to be able to spot those things that you might miss, like the early signs of dental disease
Yeah.
or even arthritis, which is,
Totally.
it can be really subtle.
Yeah.
And early detection is everything.
It really is.
Yeah.
I was really interested to read
Mm-hmm.
in this material from the vet that
Yeah.
Richmond vets aren't just for, like,
Right.
cats and dogs.
Mm-hmm.
They handle all kinds of pets.
Yeah.
All kinds.
The exotic ones.
Exotic animals, too.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that's wonderful.
Yeah, it is.
Um,
And it also mentioned that,
mm-hmm.
preventative care is, like,
Right.
super important,
Oh, absolutely.
especially for puppies and kittens
Yeah.
with their vaccination.
Vaccinations are key.
Oh, yeah.
You're protecting your own pet,
Right.
but you're also helping to prevent the spread of disease to other animals.
Absolutely.
Uh,
So what kind of vaccines are we talking about here?
So for dogs, the core vaccines are rabies and DAAP.
The APP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that stands for distemper, adenovirus, parvovirus, and parainfluenza.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is.
And what about for cats?
For cats, it's rabies and FVRCP.
Okay, another long one.
Yeah, and that covers
Yeah.
feline viral rhinotracheosis calicivirus and canleukopenia.
Wow, so it feels like those cover a lot of serious stuff.
Oh, yeah, they do. I mean, these diseases can be really serious, even fatal
Yeah.
in some cases, especially for those young animals.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So it sounds like keeping those vaccinations up to date is just
absolutely.
really, really crucial.
Yeah.
And speaking of things that are really important,
Mm-hmm.
we got to talk about those parasites.
Oh, yeah, those pesky parasites.
Fleas, ticks, heartworms.
All year round.
I know.
They don't take a vacation.
Ugh.
So,
So what can people do?
well, talk to your vet
Yeah.
about year-round prevention.
Mm-hmm.
They can recommend the best products
Right.
based on your pet's lifestyle
Mhm.
and their exposure risk.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, regular checkups,
Yeah.
fecal tests, blood work.
All that good stuff.
All of that's part of that annual checkup.
Yeah. All right. So now we've got to talk about
Okay.
our senior pets.
Yes,
They need a little extra TLC, right?
they do.
And I was reading that older pets are really good at
Yeah.
hiding their pain, which is just
I know.
heartbreaking.
That's tough.
What are some signs that people should be looking out for?
So you want to watch for any changes in their behavior.
Yeah.
Are they having trouble getting up or down? Are they limping?
Yeah.
Showing a decrease in stamina on walks?
Right.
Are they suddenly reluctant to be groomed or touched? Maybe there are accidents happening around the house?
That's a good point.
Any of those things could be a red flag that something's not quite right.
Yeah. So we really got to pay attention to those subtle cues.
You got it.
And it seems like having a really strong relationship with your vet is just super important.
It's so important, especially as your pet gets older.
Yeah, you need somebody who knows
Yeah,
their history,
right.
their individual needs. They can be an invaluable resource.
They can.
Yeah, especially when it comes to managing those age-related conditions.
I think people often overlook the importance of
I think so, too.
dental care
Yeah.
for their pets.
Yeah, and Richmond vets
Yeah.
are really good at that.
You're good at that.
So you're in a good place.
Yep. So do you really need to brush your dog's teeth every day?
Well, daily brushing is ideal,
Mm-hmm.
but I know it's not always realistic
Yeah.
for every pet owner.
It's a lot.
It is.
It's a lot. But regular professional dental cleanings
Right.
are essential.
Right.
That's going to help to prevent that plaque and tartar buildup,
Yeah.
which can lead to gum disease, tooth loss,
Wow.
even more serious health problems.
I didn't realize it
Yeah.
could be that serious.
Yeah, it's all connected.
It is.
No.
Wow. So we've got regular vet visits, vaccinations, parasite prevention, dental care.
It's a lot to keep track of.
It is.
But it sounds like it's all about just
Right.
providing that best possible care.
Right. And Richmond is a great place to be a pet owner.
Yeah.
Because the resources and the expertise that are available here
Yeah.
are really top-notch.
So Richmond really is a pet paradise.
It is.
But being informed about
Yes.
their unique health needs
It absolutely
is just essential
Yeah.
for all of us pet parents.
It is.
So what's one thing that people can do this week to ensure their pet
That's a good question.
is thriving in Richmond? I think, just taking a moment to observe your pet's behavior.
Yeah.
Look for any subtle changes.
Go.
Have they been to the vet recently?
Mm-hmm.
Are they on year-round preventative medication?
Okay.
Those are all really good things to think about.
Yeah. That's a great call to action.
Yeah.
And hey.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to finally try out
Right.
one of those pet-friendly cafes.
I know. It's
Wow.
all about, enjoying that incredible bond
Yeah.
that we share with our pets
Yeah.
while giving them the best care possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're all in this together.
We are.
If you have any awesome pet care tips
Right.
or burning questions,
Yeah,
let us know.
absolutely.
We'd love to hear from you.
Let's create a supportive community
Yeah.
where we can all learn from each other
Yeah.
and ensure that all of Richmond's pets are living their best lives.
I love that.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive
Yeah, thanks for having me.
into Richmond pet care.
This was fun.
Until next time, keep those tails wagging.
And remember, a happy pet means a happy,
As we're talking, I'm thinking about all these unique things about Richmond that could impact a pet's health.
Right.
Like, we're surrounded by nature here.
Right.
The woods, the trails, the James River.
Mm-hmm.
There's got to be
Yeah.
some concerns that go along with that, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, all that the nature means that your pets are more likely to come in contact with wildlife,
Right.
which can carry all kinds of diseases and parasites.
Okay.
We already talked about ticks, but
Right.
there's also the risk of things like leptospirosis.
Leptospirosis.
Yeah, it's a bacterial infection that can be spread
Okay.
through contact with infected wildlife urine.
Oh, wow. That sounds...
Scary. It can be, but thankfully, it's
Yes.
preventable with vaccination.
Oh, good.
This is another one of those areas where
Yeah.
those regular vet visits are so important.
Okay.
Your vet can assess your pet's individual risk factors. Mm-hmm. And then recommend the appropriate vaccinations,
Okay.
like the leptospirosis vaccine.
So even though those vaccines might sound like overkill to some people, they could actually be lifesavers
Absolutely.
for pets here in Richmond.
Yeah, it's all about tailoring that preventative care plan
Yeah.
to the specific environment that your pet lives in.
That makes sense.
And speaking of the environment, something else to consider are allergies.
Okay.
With all the lush greenery and pollen,
Yeah.
allergies can be a real problem for some pets.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely suffer from allergies in the spring.
Me too.
So how do you know
Right.
if your pet has allergies?
Well, it can manifest in different ways.
Yeah.
You might see excessive itching, scratching, licking, especially around their paws,
Yeah.
their face, their ears.
Okay.
Some pets develop skin rashes or hot spots.
Oh.
Others might have digestive issues
Wow.
or even respiratory problems.
So if I see my dog constantly licking his paws, it might be more than just a
It could be.
quirky habit.
Yeah, it's always best to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
And check with your vet
Right
if
on.
you see anything unusual.
Yeah.
They can determine if allergies are the culprit
Okay.
and then recommend the best course of treatment,
Yeah.
whether it's medication, dietary changes, allergy testing.
So Richmond vets are like
Yeah.
master detectives.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're on the front lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, are there any other specific health concerns
Let me think.
that are more common?
One thing that stands out
Okay.
is the prevalence of heartworm disease.
Heartworm disease.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes, which transmit heartworm larvae,
Okay.
they thrive in Richmond's climate,
Right.
making it a high-risk area
Wow.
for this potentially fatal disease.
That's a scary one.
It is. It is.
What exactly is heartworm disease? So it's caused by these parasitic worms that live in the heart and lungs
Okay.
of infected animals.
Oh, my gosh.
And it can be really debilitating,
Wow.
even deadly if left untreated.
So how do you protect your pet from that?
Well, prevention is key.
Yeah.
And thankfully, there are very effective heartworm prevention medications
Okay.
available, and your vet can recommend the best option for your pet.
Okay.
It's typically a monthly chewable tablet
Oh.
or a topical medication
Okay.
that you apply to the skin.
So just a little pill every month can prevent
That's right.
this serious disease.
It's so much easier
Yeah.
and less expensive to prevent it
Wow.
than to treat it.
Okay.
Treatment can be lengthy,
Right.
costly, and not without its risks.
Okay, so I'm putting heartworm prevention
Yes.
on my to-do list.
Good.
Is there anything else we should be aware of?
You know, another thing to keep in mind is the potential for heat stroke, especially during those hot, humid Richmond summers.
Right.
Dogs, in particular,
Yeah.
are susceptible to heat stroke because they can't sweat like humans do.
Right. I always see those warnings about
Right.
not leaving dogs in parked cars.
Yes. It's a serious issue.
Yeah.
Even on a moderately warm day,
Yeah.
the temperature inside a car can skyrocket
Wow.
to dangerous levels in minutes.
That's scary.
Never leave your pet unattended
Boy.
in a parked car,
Got it.
even with the windows cracked.
Wow.
It's just not worth the risk.
So what are some signs of heat stroke in dogs?
So, excessive panting, drooling weakness,
Okay.
staggering, vomiting, collapse.
Wow.
Those are all warning signs.
Okay.
If you suspect your pet is suffering from heat stroke,
Mm-hmm.
seek immediate veterinary attention.
This is a lot to take in,
It is.
but it really highlights
Yeah.
the importance of being a well-informed pet owner,
Absolutely.
especially here in Richmond.
Knowledge is power. When it comes to being a responsible pet owner,
That's a good one.
yeah, and remember,
Mhm.
Richmond is a wonderful place to have a pet,
It is.
as long as you're aware of those potential risks
Yeah.
and take steps to prevent them.
I think we've covered a lot of
I think so too.
the potential dangers.
Yeah.
So let's end on a positive note.
Okay.
What are some of the perks
Yeah.
of having a pet in Richmond?
Well, as we mentioned earlier,
Mm-hmm.
Richmond is incredibly pet-friendly.
It is.
There are so many dog parks, trails,
Yeah.
even restaurants and cafes
Right.
that welcome pets.
Yeah.
You know, there's a strong sense of community among pet owners here.
That's what I love about this city.
Yeah, you'll always find friendly faces and wagging tails wherever you go.
So having a pet in Richmond means
Mm-hmm.
you get to explore all these amazing outdoor spaces
Yes,
with your furry friend
absolutely.
by your side.
It's a win-win.
It is.
Yeah.
And, thinking back to what we talked about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
Richmond vets
Yeah,
seem to be top-notch.
they are.
That's a huge plus for any pet owner.
It is. We're very fortunate
Yeah.
to have such a
Yeah.
thriving veterinary community here with such a wide range of specialists and services available.
So you can rest assured that your pet's going to get
Yeah,
the best possible care
you can.
right here in town.
Yeah, you're in good hands here in Richmond.
So we talked about the good, the bad,
Mm-hmm.
the sometimes itchy reality
Right.
of pet ownership here in Richmond.
Yeah.
Sounds like a strong relationship
Mm-hmm.
with a good vet
Yes.
is crucial,
Absolutely.
especially here.
Yeah, Richmond vets are really well equipped
Yeah.
to handle the unique challenges
Right.
that this area presents.
Thinking about older pets
Yeah.
and how they hide their pain.
I know, it's so sad.
It really is.
Yeah. But a vet who knows your pet well
Mm-hmm.
can pick up on those tiny clues. That something's not right.
Right.
Even if your pet's trying to be stoic,
Yeah.
those regular checkups become
Mm-hmm.
even more vital for senior pets.
So it's not just about,
Yeah.
addressing the immediate problem.
It's about that ongoing relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, for preventative care
Right.
and early intervention.
And this is where those extra tips on senior pet care really
Yeah.
come in.
Absolutely.
They might need more frequent checkups,
Mm.
adjustments to their diet.
Yeah.
Maybe even a modified exercise plan.
That's right.
Your vet can help you navigate
They can.
all of that.
They can.
This has been such
Yeah.
an eye-opening deep dive.